Iroc, can't help but notice you don't have a backpack with you. What happened inside?
Well, my attorney can explain that to you. Adam right here, you can give them a brief, quick right now.
As of right now, we have questions about what was in the backpack and what was inventoried. We have questions about what was in the backpack and what was inventoried. So as of right now, we're going to keep it with the Bloomington Police Department until we can figure that out.
What are you missing specifically? Can you talk about?
Yes, I'm missing 2 tape recorders, a silver tape recorder and a black tape recorder, all my handwritten notes, the NDA with O.J. Simpson we had in text message that was printed out, and all the locations O.J. Simpson and I went to from Vegas to L.A., going back from 1991 to 2001.
So, Iroc, you want to take us through what happened here this afternoon, kind of the chain of events from walking inside to coming out here now?
Well, I came here to get my backpack and all my property they illegally took from me. They never had a warrant to take it. They never had, if you see the police body cam the day I was arrested on March the 3rd, 2022, that backpack has nothing to do with this case. Let me be perfectly clear. They used Will Lapham over there as a confidential informant who told Detective Mayguard, Carla Mayguard, and former Detective George Harms that I had a recorded conversation with O.J. Simpson. That silver tape recorder, is gone. The black tape recorder is gone. All my notes is gone. They don't even have an inventory of all the stuff I had in that backpack. Nothing. They won't even give us an inventory. They just want me to take the backpack because they never had a warrant to get it. Carter Mayguard and former Detective George, broke the lock on the backpack to go inside of it at the house on 10549 Lindale Avenue South. They don't even want us to get the police to get the body cam because the body cam showed that they always wanted to find that backpack. If you see all the police body cam, they are talking about that backpack. That backpack had a lot of NDAs on it, which I already proved to Rob and to a couple of guys. You guys right here, you saw many NDAs in that backpack. And my attorneys right here had many NDAs in that backpack. Many. All the way going back to 2014. Not in the state of Minnesota, the state of California, and the state of Nevada. Why did Detective Carter Mayguard, and former Detective George Harms told the world I was talking to myself? But they already know I was not. Them conversations between me and O.J., Steve Crocodile Finch, Mike Tyson, former trainer, who passed away, rest in peace. Many people was talking on those thumb drives, not just me. And you guys can hear my voice. Why do they want to tell you guys I was talking to myself so they can bosh up this case? Because I never gave nobody no information. They always knew. They investigated me as a person of interest in that 19 situation that happened in L.A. I was a person of interest for many years as a person considered accessory after the fact. Many people say I was having an affair with Nicole Brown Simpson. That never happened. Never happened. I respected O.J. as a football player. I did bodyguard work for him and some other shady shit I did for him. I'm not gonna lie about that. But the thing about it, I never liked O.J. as a person. I respected him as a football player. He could never manipulate me and do anything against my will. I would have never done it. My thing is, all this property is mine. I did not get this property to put it on social media, which I never did. I'm not a social media guy. I'm an old school guy. My thing is, they also show proof that Suge Knight should be out of prison. They don't want Suge Knight out of prison. Of course they don't want Suge Knight out of prison. They want me in prison, to be in there with Suge Knight. So they make up all these frivolous charges on me just to get my backpack, because they know I had NDAs in that backpack. So with my attorney advice right here, my civil rights attorney right here, advice right here, I'm gonna leave it here with the Bloomington Police Department because I'm still missing a lot of stuff out that backpack. They never had the right to take it. There was never a warrant to take it. Never. That backpack has nothing to do with the state of Minnesota. That backpack has something to do with the state of California, the state of Nevada, the state of Florida, the state of Kansas. I was caught trafficking narcotics from the state of Florida to up here. I was dropped a dime on by Michael Spencer McClinton, one of the same guys that testified against O.J. in Las Vegas. That guy set me up trafficking narcotics from Florida, from O.J. House, along with another pimp named Dino. And you can ask Will James Lapper name to that list of snitches. Them guys got a lot of people in prison, man, a lot. Let me be perfectly clear, man. I'm not gonna stop before I get the rest of my property. You can make all these fake charges on me all you want. It's not gonna deter me. It's not gonna stop me from getting all my property back. You're gonna give me my property. Because you guys do not want Suge Knight out of prison. Suge Knight should not be in prison. They know that. Everything Diddy did fall is in that backpack. It's in that backpack, and they know it. So they took out all of my notes out that backpack. Anything that showed Suge Knight should be out of prison, they took. They will not give it back. And they own the police body cam. The day I got arrested right here in Bloomington, the body cam show a crime never happened. You will see text message between state felony witness William James Lappin and Detective Carter Mayguard in 2021 talking about my backpack. Why is that? Will Lapham heard that silver tape recorder of O.J. Simpson talking. He let Detective Carter Mayguard know, he let former Detective George Harms know there was a recorded conversation between me and O.J. Simpson. They still has that tape recorder. But as they want them to know, they won't be able to use none of that stuff because it's connected to the legal search and seizure, due process. So all that stuff y'all holding, you're not gonna be able to use it in no court of law. You took it from me illegally. Then you get these fake charges on me.
A reporter is asking a question online. What was your expectation today, and why did you not come out with the backpack?
My expectation is to get all my property back. My attorney is doing a good job right here. I'd like to acknowledge all of my attorneys. Jeffrey Albert is my lead attorney out of Encino, California. Michael Becker is my criminal attorney out of California and Nevada. Adam right here, my civil rights attorney. Mark Conenbach is one of my attorneys. Even Michelle Conenbach from the state of Florida. So I got a lot of attorneys, man. I got over 12 attorneys. And the thing about it, we came to get my property back that was illegally seized. They've been holding this property for 4.5 years, man. 4.5 years. The detective that said I was talking to myself, he don't even work here no more. Why is that? The prosecutor who did not want me to get my backpack back, he's not the prosecutor anymore. Felicity, how you doing? I said, you got a lot of people in prison you shouldn't have in prison because you work with Detective Carla Mayguard and former Detective George Harm. You got a lot of people in color in prison over bullshit-ass cases. And the city of Bloomington need to be on notice for that. And I hope Chief Booker can always come out and say something, or I'm gonna look at him like O.J. Simpson, another fake black man. I'm just gonna say that, loud and clear. O.J. was never a good black man anyway. And I'm just gonna say this, period. You should not take people due process to get people property. You should not give people fake-ass charges to take their property. You did not have no right to take that backpack. It had a lock on it. You need a warrant to get it, or pay a judge order. Felony witness Will Lapham had a court order not to be there. On the body cam, they allowed Will Lapham to walk through that house and find my backpack and give it to him. Even the last shotgun they say I had, it's not even on the police body cam, not at all. But all of a sudden they tell Will Lapham on the body cam, do what you gotta do. And all of a sudden they got a picture of a shotgun in a closet. But on the police body cam, there is no gun in that closet. And I would not have that gun anyway if I had a gun. I mean, people know me. I mean, my federal profile would let you know what kind of gun I would have. It would not be that type of gun. Come on, man, I'm from California, born in Louisiana. Why do they want to get this backpack?
Did Bloomington Police provide you with a detailed inventory list?
They did not. They did not inventory all my paperwork. I had over 5 pounds of paperwork up. All my handwritten notes, no. They did not inventory nothing. They just say, take your backpack and get out of here. Nobody, they just handed it to me and say, take it, with no inventory. But the records would show there was a silver tape recorder, there was a black tape recorder in there. Because Will Lapham heard the silver tape recorder. Why is this going? And he heard that silver tape recorder in 2021. They take the backpack in 2022. Not connected to this so-called case I have here in Minnesota. I have no other cases pending. I don't have no cases pending in the state of California nor in Nevada. I've been in prison in Nevada, I've been in prison in California, state and federal, but not to no case like this. Why do they keep letting people like Will Lapham, Michael Spencer McClinton, Walter Goldie Alexander walk around setting people up, then get on TV and know they set a lot of people up? Walter Goldie Alexander and Michael Spencer both testified against O.J. in Las Vegas in that robbery trial. Both of them guys set me up trafficking cocaine, leaving O.J. house. One of them guys is connected to that situation in L.A. That's what OJ told me in 2017 and 2018. He said, Iroc, one of the guys that set you up trafficking narcotics is one of the guys that helped me with that social situation. That's in that backpack. I know his name. And they know his name. I guess they just want to protect their confidential informant. And that's why they don't want to give me all my paperwork back and take my property. Is there any more questions? It's very human out here. Do we have any more questions? Anybody got any more questions, Rick? Rob, you got another question?
Well, what's the next step?
The next step is going to be up to my attorney. We got to figure out what we need to do to get the rest of my property back. And why are they still holding my tape recorders? Why are they still holding my NDAs to OJ Simpson? OJ is dead. I get this perfectly clear. I first met OJ in 1987 when I was in college. I was living in Chino, California. I was attending LSU. I worked at Craig and Otto. Jim Brown got me out the Gain Summit. I've been knowing OJ since 1987. I stopped dealing with OJ Simpson in 1991. The murders happened, in what year the murders happened? You guys know what happened, the murders happened. No, they did not. Murders not happened in 96. I was in federal prison. The thing about it, you want to give it that date again?
I think it was 94.
It was 94. The thing about it, I did not have no more communication with OJ from 1991 until 1999. I was not around OJ from 1992 to 1998. I was not around him. They still have people trying to say I was around this guy. I was not around this guy. Not at all. And all those phone calls people keep making to the state and federal law enforcement, I respect state and federal law, as long as you don't break the law to get me. If you're gonna get me correct. Because I'm not gonna run from you, I'm not gonna hide from you. If you wanna get me, don't break the law to get me. Because you ain't no better than the people you're locking up. When police officers break the law to arrest somebody, you ain't no better than the criminal or the perp you're trying to get. Under your
Did you know
home.
there would be conditions to today's return of your backpack?
Not at all. I thought I was coming to get all my property back. It took me 4.5 years to even see the body cam. You watching with me, Rob. It took me 4.5 years. You watched those body cam. What do one of the police officers say on that body cam, Rob?
Do what you gotta do.
Told Will, do what you gotta do. What another police officer say about me being innocent?
I believe you.
He said he believed me. So they knew. Another police officer say this is a cluster fuck up. They wanted that backpack dude, period. Good cops was over there. Sergeant Sasser in here is a good cop. I know another couple good cops in here. I respect them. I respect all the good cops I got arrested that day. I don't know all their names right now, but I would get to their names. There were at least about 4 or 5 good cops over there saying, dude, this is not right. But Detective Carter Mayguard, former Detective George Harm, say, hey, we got to get that backpack. It's on the body cam. Only person that heard O.J. Simpson's voice on that tape recorder was a state witness, William James Lapham. He picked me up from the airport the day I brought that tape recorder to Minnesota. And now that tape recorder is gone. And so my attorney doing the right thing. He kind of shy. He don't like to talk a lot, but he more of an action man. And I'm gonna let him do his job. So I'm gonna follow the advice of my civil rights attorney. So you're not gonna get no closure on anything because they won't be able to use none of the stuff they still have. And they think they're gonna send it to LAPD or the FBI, you're not gonna be able to use it. Due process and legal search and seizure. So them guys, whoever did whatever, they should lawyer you up. You'd be a fool not to lawyer you up. Because you gotta realize something. Michael Spencer McClinton was a rat bouncer for a long time. Goldie, a rat bouncer.
We got a new wave of people joining the live stream.
Right.
What should they know about what happened and didn't happen today?
We did not. We came out here to get the green backpack. They did want us to take it. My attorney noticed a lot of things, and I noticed a lot of things is missing. First of all, they broke into it without a warrant. Detective Carter Mayguard and former Detective George Holmes broke the zipper off before we got inside. A lot of paperwork is missing. 2 tape recorders is missing, a black one and a silver one. Both is missing. So why they don't want to give me all of my stuff back, but they want me to take the backpack? You should never even took the backpack. People got the right to know. If they know this is the murder of the century, all your information is in that backpack. But now can't nobody use it in a court of law. And I don't give up now. I don't testify, I'm Muslim.
I thought your backpack was locked.
It was locked. You just saw it. You just saw it for your own eyes, Rob. Ask them why they go in my backpack without a warrant.
Because it was clearly open when they handed it to you, right?
Yes. Yeah. And also with 6 thumb drives. which is going to get analyzed right now because the FBI, so the LAPD want to make sure nothing was altered with those thumb drives. And guys, I will play those thumb drives for you guys, everybody on live stream. You will get the opportunity to listen to the same thumb drives we just took out of here. You guys will listen to them thumb drives yourselves. And you will hear there was many people talking on them thumb drives. And you hear OJ name, you hear OJ voice. Why they want to discredit that? They think they're doing an investigation. Some cop trying to make a career. But the people got the right to know what happened. Because no matter what, this is a country of law and order. You cannot have taxpayer dollars to take citizens' rights away. Period. I don't care how bad you want me. Catch me if you can. But I don't do dumb shit. So you arrested me on some dumb bogus charges to take my backpack and you thought I was gonna stop fighting for it to get it back? And now you wanna give me my backpack after 4.5 years, say, here, take it. Why you even took it? Why you even took it? I had 6 pieces of luggage in that house over that I was buying. They only took the green backpack. And that shotgun would not have fit in the backpack. But the luggage the shotgun would have fit in with the other, whatever guns they say I had. Why didn't they take the other luggage? They only wanted the backpack that had something to do with O.J. Simpson and Suge Knight. And Suge Knight is a good guy. He should not be in prison. He should have been out of prison a long time ago. Period. Period. But they keep letting these so-called guys work with the police and set people up and keep committing more crimes and more charges to set people up. They've been having informants on me for a long time, as you will see. The paperwork y'all will see in that backpack, you will see court file papers in the state of Nevada from 2003. When OJ caught the case in Las Vegas, I had 10 cops, intelligence cops, try to get me to testify against him, and I did not. So all my notes, they will not give me all my notes back. All my handwritten notes, they are not giving back. So guys, to everybody that listen out there, I appreciate it. Not here to waste your time, but we did get 6 thumb drives. My attorney told me only take the thumb drives. Metro Legal is taking them to Astro Zone to get them analyzed and make copies of them, so we can protect the chain of custody and due process.
So this fight's not over?
This fight not even clearly over. They're gonna give me my stuff at the value of what it's worth. They're gonna let me know, they gotta tell me and all my attorneys why they took my green backpack to a case, for a case that's not even connected to that backpack. It's connected to a case, all right, but not in the state of Minnesota. Why the state of Minnesota? This is Bloomington Police Department. This is not the feds. This is not the FBI. The FBI got jurisdiction like that, not Bloomington Police Department, not Detective Carter Maygar, who will text in 2021. The notes will show that. He texted her in 2021, oh, Iroc got a recording with O.J. Simpson on it. And they make up these bullshit ass charges. Her partner was Detective George Harms. He don't work here no more. And he was a guy that told everybody I was talking to myself. You guys will listen to them thumb drives. I promise you that. You guys will listen to them thumb drives. And they always try to say, I keep copies of thumb drives, man. I keep copies of thumb drive. We don't go do what my attorney say. He gave me some good advice, my civil rights attorney right here. Because, man, they just shitted all over my rights, man. Due process, illegal search and seizure, First Amendment. Why? You got to break the law to arrest somebody? You shouldn't have to break the law to arrest somebody. That's what ICE going around doing every day right now. We being scared in our own country, guys. You, me, all of us. If they take away our due process, we don't have nothing. And now I'm glad to see a lot of white people standing up right now. Y'all realizing what some type of officials would do to control us. And we cannot let that keep happening. You know, we cannot. Or we don't be a land with no constitution. They might as well get rid of the Constitution. What was the Constitution made for? The Constitution was made for to protect the citizens of the United States. I was born in this country. Since I was born in this country, I should have all my constitutional rights, man. All of my constitutional rights should be right here. You know, but the thing about it, why do they need to take stuff off my backpack? They don't even have an inventory login sheet to show the stuff I had in there. And Rob, did you see some NDA papers in there?
Yes. And we had a camera at the time of the exchange, and we're going to be wrapping this in a couple of minutes unless anybody else wants to bring a question online. We will take the video of Iroc going through the backpack, making the assessment. That will be posted on this YouTube channel later today or first thing tomorrow, but sometime very soon. But any other questions? Here's a question that's coming in. They want to know, what's on those, what's in those notes that is so important didn't want to give them back to you?
Well, there's location OJ and I used to go to from Las Vegas to LA. From 1999 to 2002, OJ and I used to go from Vegas to LA in a limo ride. So every place him and I went, I wrote down every place him and I went. Come on, I'm gonna be cautious no matter what. I never trusted OJ. Period. I never trusted him, man. I mean, you will see I was into some shit with him, but I had nothing to do with those murders in the state of California. And I know a lot of snitches out there in Vegas, in mostly Vegas, is telling state and law enforcement that I was selling OJ cocaine. Maybe, maybe not. You know, I got caught trafficking cocaine from Florida. You know, that's known. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, you saw a lot of contracts in that backpack, correct, Rob? I never did a deal with nobody. I've been getting deals, man, ever since 1996. I've been offered deals.
Somebody wants to know if you're still talking with LAPD or the FBI.
They are still contacting my lawyer. Yes, they are. Matter of fact, they want to make sure them thumb drives are authenticated. That's why my lawyer right here, Adam, is here, and Mark Connerback and Michelle Connerback, making sure those thumb drives are going to be authenticated, and we will play them for the people. I will play them for the people because I think the people got the right to know. I think the people should listen to those thumb drives. Well, I'll let my attorneys let me know when to play those, but I can guarantee and I can promise you, you will listen to those thumb drives. And you will know everybody's voice on those thumb drives. I will have a name for every voice on there. But you need to ask Bloomington Police Department, former Detective George Holmes, why did you take my backpack and why you mess with those thumb drives? I mean, I think conspiracy, messing with evidence, actually, that's a crime, ain't it, Mark?
Sure is.
Tampering with evidence is a crime, right? I mean, there's no statute of limitation on murder, guys. Right, Mark Connerback?
That would be correct as well.
Okay. So they keep trying to tie me in and make sure like I was accessory to that situation in LA. It's not gonna work. Not gonna happen. No matter what the snitches are telling you. I know a lot of people told it, LAPD and the FBI hit a fire with Nicole. Never happened. I only met the lady twice. Anything else, Rob?
I think that's good.
There's a lot of humidity out here, man. It feel like Louisiana and Florida out here right now.